everybody. So today is Thursday, and so it's time for the next 10 in my top TV movies of all time list. Today we are doing number 80 to number 71. So this is very exciting. There's some really good stuff on this week's list. So at number 80, I have the movie Living Proof. This is a Lifetime movie, and it stars Harry Connick Jr. and he plays a real life doctor, Dr. Dennis Slamon, and it's about how he came up with a new way to treat breast cancer and sort of some of the fight that he faced along the way to this new treatment. And it has a great cast. Harry Connick Jr. is great and very charismatic in the role, but then also Bernadette Peters, Amanda Bynes, Regina King, Paula Cole, Angie Harmon, and many more are in it, and they're all good, and it's moving, and I think it's just a solid little movie. So there we go. I have Living Proof at number 80. Number 79, I have Family for Christmas, and this one's really cute. It's kind of a take on the Family Guy, this Cage movie, which I really like. Lacey Bear plays this woman who in college was dating this man played by Tyrone Letso, and she chooses to go off and become a journalist, and they have a relationship for a little while and then it ends up breaking off. And she's like a good person, but she just doesn't have like this full, well-rounded life. Well, one day she wakes up and she's married to the Tyrone Letso character, and she has two little girls. And sort of how does she sort of deal with that, and also like her learning, sort of realizing the choices in the past that we make. And I get some of the complaints I've heard about this movie, that it isn't, people do have families and careers all the time, and that's fine. But I do think there is something to the fact that we make choices and that could take us down one path, and we make choices that could take us down another path. And I don't think either path is right, but it's an interesting thought experiment to think, well, what if I had gone down on that path instead of the path that I went on? And would my life be happier or not? And of course, this is a Christmas movie and a Hallmark movie, so it's not like she's going to go down the path and be like, oh yeah, I made a good choice to like stick with to stick with work. And by the end, when she wakes up, she realizes that she wants to find Tyrone Letso's character, and I think she can now work in both her job and her family, and I think they have pretty good chemistry, and I think her moments with the little kids are really cute. And so there you go. I have Family for Christmas at this next, there you go. So I have Family for Christmas at 79. Number 78, I have Teen Beach Movie. This is from Disney Channel. This is a really fun little musical that basically you have Brady, played by Ross Lynch, and Mackenzie, played by Maya Mitchell, but one day the waves transport them to being in a 1960s Net Funicello teen movie, and it's pretty fun. They get transferred into this movie called Wet Side Story, where there's this rivalry between the bikers and the surfers, and it's really silly, but it's got really fun songs, and I actually really like the sequel as well. So you can just include both of them as part of this ranking. That they were both really energetic and really fun and had good songs and good dancing. So I have that 78. Number 77, I have Mansfield Park. This was 2007. I think that this does the story pretty well. There's just certain parts of Mansfield Park that don't hold up, that are hard to translate to a modern audience. The whole idea that like the play is super scandalous is just a little bit hard for our audience to understand, and some of the things. But like I think it does a pretty good job, like with sort of more the the sexual politics of the era, and the fact that it's not really even as much the play, it's the fact that like you've got married people consorting with single people, and you have people with nefarious intentions. And Billie Piper plays the Fanny, the lead, and she's good. And I Haley Atwell's in this. Just really thought it was fun, and it's like I said, the story is not the story does not hold up for Jane Austen, but I still like Jane Austen, even not at her best, and I think this is a pretty good version of that story. So I have Mansfield Park at 77. Number 76, I have a Hallmark classic called A Boyfriend for Christmas. This one is really charming. It stars Kelly Williams, who I love, as this woman named Holly, who, as a little girl, she wishes to Santa that she could have a boyfriend for Christmas when she gets older, that she can meet the man of her dreams. And but she's like becomes cynical, and she thinks it's never going to come true. And so Santa, of course, has to set her up with Patrick Muldoon, and they are really cute and have really good chemistry. And and but she's also dating this other guy, and but Santa, of course, knows that she should be with Patrick Muldoon character. So it's just really sweet and really charming, and it has one of the best Hallmark Santas of any of the movies. So Boyfriend for Christmas, I have at 76. Number 75, I have How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is a short, technically, but it's really great. It's directed by Chuck Jones, who's an amazing animator. And I mean, this is just so iconic. Can you get more iconic than this for Christmas? It's really like sweet, and you've got Cindy Lou Who, and you've got the Who's down in Whoville, and the sweet message about not just anti-commercialism, which is a fairly generic message, but this remaining positive and seeing the good in people, just like Cindy Lou Who does, and how that melts in the positivity and singing when things go wrong, and being positive and uniting as a community. All those messages is what and eventually makes the Grinch's heart grow. And of course, you got the great songs in here, which is sung by Thurl Ravenscroft, and amazing. So there you go. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, I have at 75. And I think I could also throw the Lorax animated short in there, because that's also really good and so much better. Both of these so much better than any attempt on the big screen, in my opinion, of Seuss. So Lorax / How the Grinch Stole Christmas at 75. Number 74, I have a Hallmark Hall of Fame movie called In My Dreams. And this is a really fun romantic fantasy. It stars Catherine McPhee and Mike Vogel, and they play Natalie and Nick, and they've had just no luck with romance, and they make a wish into a fountain. They start having these dreams where they meet each other in their dreams, and these dreams get sort of more and more involved, and there's this whole like lore with the fountain that's sort of causing these dreams. But can the dreams be made into reality? And the whole thing is really whimsical and really lovely, and they have great chemistry, and I just really, really enjoy it. So In My Dreams is on the list at 74. Number 73, I have The Pirates of Silicon Valley. Basically about Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and how they created Apple Computer and Microsoft Computer. It's kind of funny and interesting at the same time, and pretty well written script. And you have Steve Wozniak showing up at a certain time, some other characters from from that time period. And also, like, it has pretty good production values, I think, for a TV movie. Certain things like the 1984 commercial for Apple feel pretty legit. and just all the costumes and all the various production design I thought were really well done. It's just a really entertaining, funny little movie. So there you go. Next up, I have Bleak House. This is from 2005. This is the adaptation of the Charles Dickens classic that's really well done. Of course, you have it's about Esther Summerson and her relationship to Lady Dedlock and John Jarndyce and their various legal battles and problems and the sort of friends they meet along the way. This has a great cast with Gillian Anderson, of course, and Anna Maxwell Martin, Charles Dance, Carey Mulligan, Patrick Kennedy, and it's really, really, really good. Really well done. It's long, so this one's definitely a stretch to call a movie, but I don't know. I still think it feels sort of cinematic between the two. It's a long book, so it's probably best that it be made into a longer show, longer movie. And of course, all the costumes are great. The production design is great. The whole thing looks gorgeous. The acting is really good. And my last one, this is from Lifetime. This is number 71. I have the movie Acceptance. This great cast led off by Mae Whitman and Joan Cusack. And basically, it's about all of these different teens in this town that are all trying to get into the Ivy League kind of school system. And it follows sort of a bunch of different stories. There's a really nice story of a Indian American girl that is trying to get into, she wants to go to a different school than like her parents want her to go. But like, I feel like it's all done fairly well. Mae Whitman, she wants to go to like a liberal arts school, and her mother, Joan Cusack, will have like none of it. And she goes on a tour, and it's pretty funny because like the logo or whatever, the mascot of the school she wants to go to is a squirrel, and Joan Cusack's like, "You want to go to the squirrel school?" And I don't know, it's just funny, and they sell it, and there's I don't know, just a bunch of different characters, and it's all about their different choices and different styles. And I thought it was funny. I thought it was sweet and well written and really good. So I have Acceptance at number 71. So there you go. That's my list for this week. I have Living Proof at 80, Family for Christmas at 79, Teen Beach Movie 1 and 2 at 78. I have Mansfield Park at 77, A Boyfriend for Christmas at 76, How the Grinch Stole Christmas at 75, In My Dreams at 74, Pirates of Silicon Valley at 73, Bleak House at 72, and Acceptance at 71. So there you go. That is my list. Let me know what you think. And if you've seen any of these, do you have any opinions on them? And we'll be excited to talk about more great movies next week. So let me know what you think. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.